Hi everyone, it's Randall with Carter Hill Honeybees. Today is Sunday, April the 3rd, 2022. And here before me you're looking at 5 package colonies I purchased Friday. Now I ordered these probably a couple months ago and I wasn't sure what day I was going to get them. I knew it would probably be in April, but just so happened it was April the 2nd, I believe, or 1st. Yeah, that's right, April 1st. And I already had a prior commitment yesterday, so I wound up picking these up Friday evening and brought them home, set them up in here. Today's Sunday, and we had a prior commitment yesterday, had to go out of town, but the bees are still okay. And what I did was fix up some sugar syrup in a spray bottle and some water, and I sprayed them twice a day, and I'm about to spray them again this morning. And here in a little bit when it warms up, I'm going to go ahead and install them. So I'm just spraying them kind of over the top there. And this may not be necessary, but I just want to be sure that they got plenty. Now, in my experience, packages, I would rank them probably 3rd on the list of ways to start beekeeping, but it does work. It's better than not getting any bees at all. I think the key will be to not get them too early. The last time I bought some, I got them in the middle of March, and that's something I'll never do again. It was a very expensive lesson. I only had 2 of those 13 colonies make it through the first year, and only 1 of them made honey, and it lived to be about 5 years old. So these bees are pretty fresh, look good. There's definitely 3 pounds in each one of them, so I'm very well pleased with them. They seem to be gentle. Those bees you see on the outside, they rode about 100 miles home in the bed of my truck. I did put them up against the cab, and they rode just fine, and I took it real easy and tried to be gentle. But anyway, I'll go around and gather up some resources and get those ready, and I'll document the installation and just show you how I'll go about it. All right, it's late in the afternoon, about 5 o'clock. We're ready to install the first one. I took and sprayed some cool water in there and a little bit of sugar syrup, and I just knocked them down. This is my first experience with these plastic cages, so that I've never dealt with them before, so I'm hoping I'm doing this right. Queen's in good shape. So the queen is okay. So now I got to carefully insert one of these candies in there. So that was successful. I'm careful to angle it down slightly in case the candy melts. The candy will run out and the queen can still get out. So I'll dump some bees right on her. So far so good. I know these bees are glad to get out of here. So it looks like there's a little lip in there. I can't get quite all of them out. I'll set them there and come back to that. So now I'll put these frames in here, give them a place to get up on. Some of them's already fanning. They can smell this brood comb. So these bees is pretty gentle, pretty calm. So I'm thankful for that. So now I put my inner cover on. The installation of this one is complete. Robbing shouldn't be much of an issue right now, but I am going to be careful not to spill any of this and let it pull its vacuum over this bucket. So I got a gallon of thin sugar syrup right here, 1 to 1, and that'll help them get started. And the installation of that colony is complete. Now for a week or two, I'm going to reduce their entrance, give them time to get settled in. So this is not a standard colony or really like a swarm. The workforce could be out of balance pretty good. But they appear to be happy. They're fanning very good. But I'm going to stop up about half of this entrance with this sponge. So that should help them guard it real easy. And in a couple of weeks, or at least once they get settled down, I'll come back around and pull those out and let them go. So there's the first one, and we'll do the other one the same. Or the other 4. I got 5 of them now. I'll spray a little bit of syrup in those cells there. Give them a little something to feed on. Maybe it's probably not necessary. Now these bees has been roaring for a day and a half, so I'm gonna. It's probably not necessary, but I am gonna smoke them a little bit. Kind of disrupt their pheromones a little. Give them a little shot of sugar water. And some cool water. They'll clean each other off and this won't hurt anything. This is not like chilled water, it's just cool tap water. Probably about 55 degrees. So I'm gonna, the clean cage is right here, so I'm gonna bump it down and hold it. Take out my syrup. Take the cage out. Queen looks good. I'm going to shoot some water in there on. Some of the bees in the middle didn't get no water. So I want to kind of cool them down and take them a few minutes to recover. So there's my queen. She's looking good. Just got to take that cork out and then put this piece of sugar candy in there. Would have been best if I'd have got me some needle nose pliers, but I just got to be careful and use my car key and not let her out. I angled it up and she went running up to the top. So she looks good. I got the candy pushed in there. She's running around pretty good. I'll position her towards the front with the angle down, and I'll bend this over. Hopefully it won't fall. Dump a few bees on her. I've got most of them out. They kind of piled up down there. So I'll kind of rake them evenly. And some of them got on my jacket. So far these bees are really gentle. So I'll start easing them some comb back in here. That's the nice thing about those California cages. You can get your 10 frames in here. Pretty easy, so that worked out really good. So about a baseball or slightly bigger size pollen supplement patty on there to get them started. Alright, so I got my inner cover on here now. Turn my bucket up over this bucket of syrup down here. Keep it from leaking, let it pull its back in. We're good there. I position the queen to the front. Careful not to let this drip on her. And I'll put me a lid on top of my bucket and a brick. Gives it a little bit more security. That's it. That's the second one. There's already a piece of tape on there. Already a piece of tape on my auger hole, so I'm going to shove this sponge in there and kind of close the entrance down some for them. One reason I'm doing it this late in the day, they'll get settled in here. They'll have all night to calm down. They got feed. They can go ahead and start cleaning some. And in the morning at first light, when it warms up, they'll be able to start flying and be ready to go. They should be settled in. There's still probably 50 bees in there. So that's the way I'm going to do all these. I'll put it on pause. I'll finish these other three, then I'll talk about it. We're down to the last one. I did learn the, I guess this is probably the trick to these. I'll show you that in a minute. Now first I'm going to spray this down, sugar water. Give them a little bit of smoke. Just kind of let them know I'm coming in. There's my queen cage. I'll put my thumb over that strip, bump them down. Out with the syrup can. There's my queen. So all 5 of the queens are alive. So again, I just shot a little bit of syrup in here, kind of give the bees a little something to do. It's about 30 minutes before sunset. So I position the queen in there over, or at the top there, slightly in front where the sugar syrup won't drip. I got her angled down where if the candy melts, it'll run out. But these bees are really, really gentle. That last group of bees I got back in 2013, they was not near this calm, but these are really pretty calm bees. Maybe they're just happy to get out. So I'm going to give them a bounce on the ground and bounce them kind of to one side. And so here's the trick. Or for me it is, this is my first time, but there's actually a hinge right here. And I just take my hive tool and pop that up. And it opens up like a door. Just like that right there. And now they're ready to pour out. I'll pour a few on the queen. And the rest down between the frames. And here's the magic. I can bump them all out. Just a couple bangs right there. And there it is. I got every last bee out of there. So that's awesome. Now I can close it back up and it's ready for use again. So now I'll gently start putting the frames back in. Give them a place to climb up on. Yep, I can smell nasing off pretty strong right now. So I didn't think I had enough, but I did have enough drawn comb to put these packages in. So they should really take off pretty quick. And there's other techniques to do this. I think I've seen them where you can take out some of the frames, just lay the cage in there,
let them walk out on their own. I've seen where you dump them out on the ground, let them walk in like a catching a swarm. And that seems to work. I've never tried those. This is the way I've done it. And this is the first time I've done this in about almost 10 years. So it's almost a new experience again for me. So I put my pollen supplement there. The queen's in front of the hole where this won't drip on it. I'm letting the syrup pull its vacuum over this bucket to help prevent robbing. I got it over the hole. And got my telescoping cover on here. And I got me brick. The auger hole stopped up, and I got my entrance half cut off. So now the sun will go down, and here in the morning they should start to work and be pretty calm and relaxed and ready to get after it. Hi everyone, this is Randall with Carter Hill Honeybees. Today's Tuesday, April 5th, 2022. It's been 2 days since I installed these package bees, and I'm just going to give you a short update. Looks like they're working nicely. I may not see it here, but yeah, there went one. But they're bringing in pollen already. I don't know if they've released their queens or not. It looks like they're doing good. So this is the very last one I installed, and it'll be in reverse order. And then here's the fourth one. And this seems to be doing okay. Here's the third one I installed. A little bit of that one bee there's got a little speck of pollen on it. So here's the second one I installed. Just before I turn the camera on here, I actually seen two jump in there with pollen on their legs. But they're all, there's the first one I installed, but they're all bringing in pollen already, flying well. So I'm really excited about what they're going to do. Big difference in getting just basically 3 weeks apart. Just a big difference in getting package bees, being patient, getting them 3 weeks later than I did last time. Definitely some good package bees here. So far I like them. But time will tell, you know, once their queen gets out and produces brood, and see how they do. But so far here in just a couple of days, they're flying very good and well pleased with them. Nice warm afternoon. So we'll give you an update in a few days. And I won't dare open any of these to at least 7 days after installation. So it will be this Sunday or next Monday before I'll do an inspection, make sure the queen got out and make sure that she started laying. And if she's gotten out, usually it takes them about 3 days. If she's gotten out in 3 days, they should be brooding eggs in there by this Sunday or next Monday. Well, I appreciate you for joining me for this short video. Never stop learning, and we'll catch you on the next one.